Hello and welcome. In this video, we're going to look at one IELTS speaking topic from part 2. Describe a period in history that interests you. Some possible bullet points are what period it is, how you know about it, and why it is interesting. So some vocabulary. Well, vocabulary will basically depend on the period which you're going to describe, but generally speaking, you can use words like a sequence of events, or to portray events, or to depict the past, or a tipping point in world history, to distort facts. Yeah, things like that. Now, if you get this cue card during the exam, what kind of period can you talk about? Well, possibly uh, you could talk about ancient times, like ancient Egypt, ancient Rome, or ancient Greece. Or you can just, if you don't know many facts about these periods, you can just talk about ancient world in general. And you'll say something about ancient Egypt, about pharaohs, pyramids, ancient Rome, about Julius Caesar, and ancient Greece. I don't know, about Aristotle or whatever you know. Hopefully your knowledge of history will be enough to talk for 2 minutes about these 3 periods. Then you could also talk about the Middle Ages, or the medieval period, or maybe World War II, yeah, or any other historical period that you know well. I'm going to talk about ancient Rome. I believe it's quite easy to talk about it. It was a powerful civilization. Yeah, it's the longest. This is this empire which lasted the longest in human history. Um, it is it is written in Guinness Book of Records. So then antique culture has an impact on our lives today. You can give examples. Most people in the world write in Roman letters, and we even use Roman numerals. They are still widely used nowadays. Then Romans were famous for their road system. There is a proverb, all roads lead to Rome. And there were even traffic jams in ancient Rome. So you can talk about this. And also Romans created complex sewage systems to take away wastewater. And they also built aqueducts to transport water from faraway areas. Okay, so these are some of the ideas which could be developed in your speaking part 2. That's something that you could brainstorm during 1 minute of your preparation time, for example. Okay, so here's my sample answer. Here's how I would answer this question during the exam. Okay, I've been asked to talk about a historical period that I find interesting, and the period which I can't help telling you about is ancient Rome. Having seen this question, I immediately understood I was going to talk about ancient Rome, because I'm adamant that however pompous it might sound, Romans had the biggest impact on the development of the modern world. In fact, Rome's rich legacy of innovation and invention can still be seen in many domains of our lives in this day and age. Interestingly, not only do most people use Roman letters in their writing, but many languages have loaned words from Latin language till now. That's why I'm utterly convinced that these facts tell a lot. What impresses me most about this period is that the Roman Empire lasted the longest in history. I reckon it was Julius Caesar who played a pivotal role in turning the Roman Republic into the Great Roman Empire, and this was one of the tipping points in world history. If Romans hadn't invented so many things, our lives would probably be different now. For instance, not only did Romans introduce sewage systems to remove wastewater, but they also used aqueducts to transport water from remote areas, which was thousands of years ago. Isn't that amazing? I even heard that some of those aqueducts are still functioning. Another interesting fact is that although our current digits are different now, even Roman numerals are being widely used nowadays. On top of that, it's worth mentioning that Rome was the first entity that started managing large areas and populations in an organized manner. Therefore, it probably wouldn't be an exaggeration to assert that ancient Roman state system was the prototype of modern ones. Unfortunately, ancient Romans also had to overcome numerous bureaucratic hurdles like we do now. Similarly, the roads in Rome were so heavily congested that new vehicles were allowed to enter the city only at night. That was because all roads led to Rome, and until now, uh, we sometimes have to spend hours and hours in stop and go, bumper to bumper traffic, and sometimes there is no end in sight. I hope you enjoyed this answer. I hope it was helpful. Please put likes and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and see you in the next video.